Good day to my brothers and sisters in Christ. So I wanted to make a video with something that the Lord brought to me last night as I was laying down going to sleep. My mind was nice and clear, and I was able to bring into focus some of the ongoing teaching that's been happening inside of me. So, and this is the example that God has used with me the entire time, is these kinds of things. Because this is what's important to us. This is how we learn. Imagine you go to the doctor, and the doctor says, you have stage 4 cancer, and it's spread through your entire body. You've got a month to live. That's information, okay, that the doctor is bringing to you. You have at that moment 2 choices: receive and believe what this doctor is telling you, based on your own assumed authority, or rather based on the authority you assume that they have. You see, doctors go to school in this world for years, and they operate in this world, in this realm. They have established a worldly authority. We are professionals at looking into the human body, seeing what is wrong, what is not wrong. They've gotten good at what they do. But it's time for us as believers in the Most High, as we mature, it's time for us to move on to the deeper understanding of life. And the reality is, our Creator has authority over all things, has the authority over all things. Excuse me. Had some cookies, and they were delicious. So while we're told sugar causes diabetes and being obese causes diabetes, all of these things, we can have that knowledge, and we can handle it one of 2 ways. We can live in faith with every decision we make, every single solitary decision we make. Or we can be, well, technically you could be half in and half out. You could be all in or all out. So I guess there's 3 different ways that you could be. Getting back to my original thought, I scurry around from thought to thought. Since all authority was put under the feet of Christ, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, this is the Christ mind. When our mind is renewed to the truth, to higher things, and not focused on this realm and this world, when we're focused on spiritual truths, we see that those things have no authority. Worldly things have no authority over our life. This is something that I have put to the test many times in my life. And there are times that it's very difficult, and there are probably times ahead that will be very difficult too. But if you find yourself in the middle of a physical crisis, like so many of us do every day. Renew your faith. Really think about what it is to walk by faith and not by sight. I realize a lot of my videos are really about the same thing over and over again. But it's a point that the Lord our God is driving home. And choosing, as putting it through me as a vessel, I'm sure God knows that I'm going to repeat myself over and over again because that's what I do. I'm trying to find a way to word it differently every time so that it will potentially strike a mental nerve in even just one person to where they have revelation. Revelation is what changes lives. As I was laying there last night, I realized that that's what it really means to walk by faith and not by sight. You literally live. It's like you're running a whole different... Think of yourself as a computer, and the world is Windows 8. Well, the spirit is Windows 10, or whatever's the newest program out there now. I'm behind. It's literally rewriting your operating system. Faith without works is dead. If you say you're having faith of X, Y, and Z happening, and your works don't line up with your faith, you're not really having faith. Therefore, that vibration of faith that you're needing to be present within you to actually manifest what it is that you're needing or wanting or hoping for isn't going to be there. It's not going to pan out. And then what happens is, oh, it fell through, and then we blame God. Well, I had faith last time, God, and no, you didn't do it right. It's a process. And it's okay, because we're learning. We're rewriting our DNA. That's what we're doing, people. We're rewriting our DNA. We're literally, behold, I do a new thing. That's what just popped into my head. We are becoming the new thing. And someday, this earth will be populated by people who are fully awake and fully understand what it means to worship God in spirit and in truth. And it has nothing to do with singing beautiful songs or jumping up and down the hallway, the aisle with a tambourine and all of that jizzy jazz. And that's all wonderful and nice. But it's all a show for the ego, quite frankly. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not judging those who do it. I've been there before, and I enjoyed it while I was there. But I'm personally moving past that now, and I can see that, like King David said, all is vanity. So, I'm blessed today by the awesomeness of God. As I prayed last night, one of the things I prayed about was, and I don't like revealing these kinds of private things, but in this case, I feel it's necessary, just because it's so pertinent to what I'm talking about with you today. I asked God to help me be more able to model what He wants me to be for the children that He allowed me to have. I was praying, about having opportunities to share what God has taught me with them, and I ask the Lord to help me better teach them. Mainly because being through so many religions myself, I just feel very lost sometimes. My friend Paula, who I'm sure will see this, I love you, Paula. One of the things that she says is, I feel like a butterfly when a car just drove by. Which way is up? Which way is up? That's really how we are left feeling sometimes. Like we don't know which way's up. The car drives by, the breeze catches our little wings, and we're just fluttering around not knowing what's going on. And that's when it's up to us to decide what is truly within our heart. When we're feeling that way, it's so easy to just shut down and go back to the old operating system. But you know what ends up happening? We always end up coming back. We always end up realizing that this current operating system is pain and death. It does nothing but separate us from the ones we love, give us a lifetime of heartache, fear, worry. But implementing the new operating system of faith and really understanding and praying to understand in a way that matters this operating system of faith brings new life, brings new understanding, and so much renewed hope. Especially in times like this when the world is riddled with disease and famine, and where our flesh gets very worried about ourselves and our families. Oh, it's in China. It's not over here. They're still dying there. And they're people, and they matter. So while we're in our prayer closets, let's not forget them. I guess I'll end it there. Oh, wait, one more thing. My precious daughter, Elizabeth, was asking me questions today that she's never asked me before. I started watching a video from an old church I used to go to. And she was like, Mommy, what's church? And I stopped the video and I really pondered how to answer that question for her. And we ended up having a blessed discussion. And I could see that she understood what I was saying to her. I could see it in her eyes, and she embraced me as I was explaining some things to her. We connected on a spiritual level that was confirmation that I'm where I need to be. So, I'm so sorry. Those dang cookies were delicious, but they make me have so much digestive issues, I guess. I've kept enough of your time now, but if you do watch this, I hope that something was said that you can resonate with, and I pray that anyone who watches this would find renewed hope, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness. Have a blessed day.